Is that right?
Don't know when I feel like my dog gone, but everything but still there. Me not gone nowhere. I try me find out some I wanna be. This year, me I make them want and can't see me. Just what you me hear them a asking me. Me them woman I watch them through me window.
Documents all here. So Marks the boss here this evening. Yeah. My people, the government, the PNM government is guilty of genocide. And I'll prove to you today why I say the government is guilty of genocide. What was hidden from the wise and prudent will be revealed to the babes and suckling this evening. We will not be too long, but we're going to be long enough to make a point. Chanel Fort, good evening. Yeah, Abelston Duke, we have Marlon Merritt. And then I think we'll up a little bit. Yeah, Mavado. Give them something in Mavado, man. Yeah. Show to me. Yeah, Mavado. Me not need nobody. Tell them that. When you have God, you don't need nobody, people. Trust me. I say that. Yeah. I will not buy no soul down here. Yeah. The PNM government is guilty of genocide. Let me put some information for you. Pass a few different things here. Let me find some drugs here. Pass a few different drugs. I'm looking for some evidence here right now to show you how the government is guilty of killing people in this country here.
Arms House Records.
Go back to Mavado.
Arms House Records.
Stick with Mavado.
Real life story.
Look at that, boy.
Don't know when I feel like my dog gone, but everything but still there. Me not gone nowhere. I try me find out some I wanna be. This year, me I make them want and can't see me. Just what you me hear them a asking me. Me them woman I watch them through me window.
Alright, people.
Think them tricky but me skiller than a ninja.
I tell you.
Me a try through the journey of life with no passenger.
No passenger. Yeah. Alright, my people. Trinidad and Tobago, listen up. Take some notes. If you want, you could share that live here. The government of Trinidad and Tobago, the PNM government, is guilty of genocide, killing hundreds of Trinidadians and Tobagonians. How did they do it? By their inaction. Let me tell you this. I have in my hand here a report from a place called Chemistry, Food and Drugs. Mark the name down. Chemistry, Food and Drugs. Let me put Mavado on pause here because the music nice. Chemistry, Food and Drugs, under the Food and Drugs Act, of Trinidad and Tobago, under the laws of Trinidad and Tobago, the Food and Drugs Act, is the only authorized organization or department whereby every single food that is imported must be tested. Every single food. Every single drug or medicine or pharmaceutical that is imported must be tested before it goes on the shelf. Things like microbiology, they must check things for that. We have a microbiology lab, an excise and an industrial lab. Whenever alcohol is brought into this country, or people bring alcohol into this country, that must be tested to ensure that what they say is what they say. It is tested in the chemistry, food and drugs. Toxicology, they also test for toxicology in the chemistry, food and drugs. Here am I going somewhere with this. The environment, they are responsible for testing the environment, chemistry, food and drugs. Chemistry, food and drugs, I say, is empowered by the Food and Drug Act of Trinidad and Tobago. There has been a lot of talk lately about CDAP. The government is saying that there is CDAP in the country, and they are correct. There are millions of pharmaceutical, millions of medicine, millions of drugs in CDAP. They are housed in a warehouse in Chaguaramas called C40. The PSA represent those workers. But the CDAP is not reaching the drugstore. It is not reaching the people who are in most dire need. Why? Because chemistry, food and drugs, they are not allowed to test the medicine and put it out on the shelf. And as so long as those medicine that they purchase is not tested by chemistry, food and drugs, millions of medicine every single year is being burned and thrown away. They have already burned millions, I'm telling you, because we represent the workers there. Millions of medicine in C40. Medicine that was to be used for old people and all different kind of people. The government simply does not care. So when someone is dying because of lack of medication for different ailments, it is the government who is responsible. They are guilty for every single person who died because they didn't get drugs or medication on time. They are guilty. Watson Duke is saying that. When we talk to chemistry, food and drugs, they said to us, since 2014, the labs will close. They have 7 labs. All the labs will close since 2017. And since 2014, all the labs will close since May 2014, I must say. And in the year 2016, having been closed for so long, the government finally decided to spend $6 million and refurbish all of the labs and ensure that at the end of the day, the place is up and running, pharmaceutical, foods, everything is tested and the people are protected. The government spent $6 million and the building is still unoccupiable. Chemistry, food and drugs is still not able to work. So what is happening between then and now? Let me tell you what is happening between then and now. The government spent $1 million last year to Kariri. $1 million in 2017 for Kariri. Telling Kariri, let them test all the imported foods into the island. And those tests, whereas Kariri should be paid for those tests, the government said let those tests be free. The goods, the foods that were tested was imported food. Alright? Kariri does not have, and I want to read it for you. Kariri, and this is the information I have from chemistry, food and drugs. It is said in the report I received from them that the Kariri's director said they cannot test drugs and they cannot do all the required food tests. That's the director of Kariri. So they shut down chemistry, food and drugs. They have Kariri running, but Kariri does no drug test at all whatsoever, no pharmaceutical test, no medicine test. They can only do some of the foods. Now, 5 billion US is imported into this country every year with food. 5 billion TT is imported every year into this country. Right? Imported food. Those foods are being placed on the market. Those foods are killing people. Just recently, someone from Caribbean said that the counterfeit drugs industry makes more money than drugs, than cocaine and heroin put together. So when I put the amount of money made by cocaine and heroin in the world, the counterfeit drugs industry makes much more money than that. The person went on to say that 1,000 US, when invested in bogus drugs, in counterfeit drugs, could produce as much as 500,000 US dollars. Are you hearing me? 1,000 US, when properly invested, can give you returns $500,000 US. Over this weekend, in Los Angeles, California, police swooped down on a district and they seized over 700,000 US dollars in counterfeit cosmetics. When the cosmetics were tested, they found fecal matter in the cosmetics. Yes? Fecal matter. And for those who don't know what that means shit. They found shit in the cosmetics. And they found animal bacteria in the cosmetics in the US. In Los Angeles. How did they find out? When persons bought these nice cosmetics, well packaged. And let me tell you some of the names I have inside here. Jennifer Cali Cosmetics. I don't know the name, I don't buy. Urban Decay. MAC Cosmetics. They found shit in it. And bacteria. NARS. Next cosmetics again, they found shit in it. In Los Angeles, they grab all of the drugs and they seize it. And they will prosecute people according to law. The other persons in Los Angeles who had these cosmetic selling, and they were going very cheap, very cheap. People, cheap thing, no good, and good thing, not cheap. That's in Los Angeles. The news is on CNN. Take your computer and search for it. This is the headlines to look for. Police find animal waste in counterfeit makeup. That's the headlines. I ain't fooling you. When you come online, just only talk the gospel truth. The government is guilty of genocide. Hundreds of people have died because of fake medication. And they go to the doctor and they blame the doctor. These good doctors who care and love humanity and say the doctor gave you bad drugs. No, it's not bad drugs. It's counterfeit drugs in the country. Counterfeit drugs. I say to you, one expert in TNT said that 1,000 US could give you $500,000 US when you buy fake drugs. Fake drugs are entering our country because none of these drugs are tested. 100% of these drugs are entering free sheet, no testing. When I ask my people in chemistry, food and drugs, what's going on? They said to me that what the government told them is to simply use the fact sheet they have, whatever report they give to them, use that. But I want to tell you, the MAC, the Kylie, the Urban Decay, the NARS, those cosmetics that they found shit in, animal waste they found in them, they were properly sealed. When you read the article by CNN, look for it. Police find animal waste in counterfeit makeup. They said it was well decorated. Looked nice. It was ready. People, be careful out here. Let me go a little further. While they were testing international food for free, the local people here who were selling Driver Cool or Pennacool, this little hard thing they have in these little small things here for little children, right? Soccer bag. These people are selling red mango. They will charge $4,000 to carry out a test. The local vendors had to pay, while the foreigners was bringing in food, they didn't have to pay a cent. Caribbean was charging them that. This is how this government care about small business. I tell you, this government is not a small government. This is a P&M evil government. The damn evil. I say so. What's the Duke says so. I'm alive. I'm business model. Let me go further. Let me tell you this. As a result, from since 2004 to now, chemistry, food and drugs is unable to carry out any tests on pharmaceuticals, on medicine. Thus, many persons have reported to us that when they buy things in the pharmacy is not working. Obviously, they get that because when they come to chemistry, food and drugs to do the testing, they cannot, which is the right of every citizen. If you buy something and I suspect that it is wrong, it is illegal, it is deficient, you simply carry it to chemistry, food and drugs, and they have all the labs to carry the testing. But since 2014 to today, the labs are shut down, courtesy the PNM government. They spend money and the labs are still down. Thousands of people are dying, hundreds are dying because of illegal drugs, and they see nothing about that. I want to put something online right now. Watch me good. See this here? Black ants. Black ants. Black ants look like this. I want to put it up, go to the camera. This is what black ants look like. Black ants is an aphrodisiac used by some men. Alright? To put a little power in the punches. Well, in 2011, Chemistry, Food and Drugs would have tested this black ants tablets. It's a Chinese product that they brought down here. And I want to read for you from the report I received from Chemistry, Food and Drugs. Because just as the government could get report, we have report in the PSA. We responsible for all the government workers in the country. And I'm reading from this. It says here that the minister is claiming that he does not have information about fake drugs. How could he not know when he was a pharmacist as a minister of health? They all sing. He loved TV. He loved to take injection in the arm while the camera's watching and work with children as if he so care. But he's allowing bad drugs to enter the country, fake drugs. Let me go on. Those fake drugs have been entering the country for decades. But they are more prevalent now because of the influx of a large number of immigrants. Every man is a suitcase trader in this country now. Every man. The ministry is fully aware, the Ministry of Health, because CFF, the Chemistry, Food and Drugs Lab, has been testing and reporting on all these fakes all along. A classic case is a product called Black Ants. Gentlemen out there, take note. If after this Facebook Live, you buy black ants and you're dead, don't blame me. Black ants will not only cause something to drop in your pants, it will cause you to drop too. Black ants will look like. And wives, if ever you find it in your husband's pocket, throw it away. Not good. I'll tell you what they found about black ants. Black ants. They say a classic case is a product called black ants. This product is used by men as an aphrodisiac and was brought into this country as a herbal product. The sample was tested in 2011 by the drug laboratory at Chemistry, Food and Drugs Department. Apart from the fact that the label is in Chinese, you see this here? Not crystal. You see this here? It is not crystal clear. It is in Chinese. This is the label. The label is in Chinese. The only thing is in English is the name black ants. And men think it does work. But hear what they say. They say this product was found to contain excessive amounts of a controlled drug product. Controlled drug products are a dangerous drug and they have to control them. And it's supposed to be a herbal product. Yeah? They say a pharmaceutical product cannot be classified as herbal if it contains drug products. This sample was failed by the drug laboratory. However, along with other similar products like Viagra, some fake Viagra out there, not every blue pill is good. See, all these men love to keep their punches up. Yeah. I mean, you know where men must be. Keep your punches up. Buy banana, buy cassava, buy fish roe. Natural products. Alright. I'll see no more on that. They say it failed. However, other similar products were failed around the same time, 2011, for similar infraction. It is boldly displayed on shelves of some pharmacies, downtown Port of Spain, and around Trinidad and Tobago. I could tell you I've seen black ants before now. I never use the black ants because I'm afraid I get bite. But I've seen the black ants project. It says it has catastrophic consequences to someone who takes it uncontrollably. If you take the black ants, it will run the risk of killing you. I have friends who say they take the black ants already. It does work. It worked them for about a good 3 days, but they say the heart does pump like a race horse. And I warn them, stay away from black ants. There are women too who have complained to the chemistry, food and drugs. They bought things like morning after pill, and when they try the pill, they still get pregnant. Why? They bought the pill, but the pill did not work. Fake drugs is entering this country. Fake drugs for cancer, fake drugs for diabetes, fake drugs for pressure. A lot of fake drugs is now in the country. They're buying those drugs out there for cheap money, packaged and labeled the same way. And these devils who occupy the corridors of power are allowing it to run roughshod over the people of Trinidad and Tobago. I close this evening by saying to my people of Trinidad and Tobago, we need to stand up. We need to say enough of these fake drugs. Chemistry, food and drug has been shut down for 4 years now. The report I just read from you was a 2011 report where they found these fake drugs like ants and these things. Today, we have plastic rice in Trinidad and Tobago. Yes. Today, they have fake cabbage in Trinidad and Tobago. They have fake fish in Trinidad and Tobago. They have fake water in Trinidad and Tobago. A lot of fake things going on in Trinidad and Tobago. Remember, I told you, this is not unique to Trinidad and Tobago. Even in the Great America, we can go on. CNN report as breaking news that the police had to swoop down in Los Angeles, where some nice stores are located, and seize fake cosmetics to the value of 700,000 US dollars. Folks, this is serious. This is yours truly, Watson Duke. You know, we just talk it raw. Some want to warn me, and some warn me. Nevertheless, I'm here to serve the interests of the people of Trinidad and Tobago with integrity and with truth. So help me God. Keep praying for me. I'll pray for you. I will reveal more facts again, and I will let you know. My next report I want to do must be done on C40, and I will let you know how much money in drugs this government burn up simply because they fail to allow chemistry, food and drugs to test the drugs so poor people could get CEDA. Yes, the bills are being shown. People are being paid for it as fake oils, etc. So much fake things in this country. Now they have fake drugs. They're buying the drugs. People can't get it. I say God will beat them for their iniquity. Love you all, people. Peace and love. Watson Duke.